What's up everybody? This is basically just going to be a beginner's runner's strength specific session, which I am going to lead you through over the course of the next 30 to 40 minutes. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm sure this can provide a lot of value to your running plan. So what we're going to do, we're first going to start with a bit of an activation warm-up, just get everything moving before we move into any sort of strength related exercises. So what I want us to start with is something called hip airplanes. So you got your hands on the hips, you're going to bend your knee, balance on one leg, right? And then from there we're just going to externally rotate for 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. All right, then we're going to switch legs and we're going for 1, try your best to balance, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Right, moving straight away into hamstring sweeps after that. So what you want to do is take a step forward, bend over and sweep the floor for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Right, then we're going to move straight into some body weight squats. Feet sort of shoulder width, facing slightly outward, hands on your shoulders, opposite hand onto opposite shoulder, and we're going to just squat for 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Alright, that's one round. We are going to repeat that sequence. So into the hip airplane straight away again. We're going for 1. Almost lost my balance there. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Right, switch legs and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. All right, straight into the hamstring sweeps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And you guessed it, back into the body weight squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Alright, you should be feeling a little bit warmer and ready to go. I've designed this workout to only make use of a large black resistance band as well as kettlebell. Now, the weight you use for the kettlebell, I suggest, ladies, we can start between anywhere between 4 and 8, and gents, we can go from 8 to 12. And our first exercise for today using the kettlebell is going to be the single leg Romanian deadlift, which we'll do in a contralateral fashion. So I want you to grab your kettlebell, right? You're going to keep the left leg cemented opposite to the right arm in which the kettlebell is being held. Right, and I want you to bring your right leg up into flexion, chest out, shoulders back, and from here you're going to hinge over at the hip, nice and controlled, for 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Right, we're keeping reps low. And right, change over, right leg cemented, kettlebell in the left hand, chest out, shoulders back, and hinge over for 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Right, now you can breathe for a few seconds. We'll time it. We're going to go for 30 seconds rest, Now, important to note with these kettlebell Romanian deadlifts is your focus should also be on proprioception, which is a fancy word for balance, right? So basically, you want to do these workouts barefoot as well to feel the floor beneath your feet. Grab the floor with your feet and let your body use the senses to find where it is in space, okay? And also control the movements. We're not just rushing anything. That's where the gains are made, is under control, okay? And we're going to get ready for the second set. Kettlebell right hand, left leg cemented, and let's go. Control, 1. And 2. 3. 4. And 5. Change over. 1. Remember to grab the floor with your feet. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Good job. Right, we're going to rest again for 30 seconds. A good tip to try and maintain balance is to focus your eyes at a point on the floor and let your senses kind of do the work for you. And I'll reiterate one more time, it's all about control. We're not rushing anything. Alright, we've got another 15 seconds to rest and then we're going to get cracking with the third set. Alright, in 3, 2, 1. Right, bells up, let's go. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Change over. Balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right, good. Oh, I'm even getting a little bit out of breath here. So that is our first exercise done. You'll notice we did 5 reps, 3 sets under load, keeping it nice and simple, okay? Everything we're doing here you can do at home. All right, so next exercise, we're going to get rid of the kettlebell, okay? You're going to grab your large black resistance band. We're going to get stuck into the glutes. So what I want you to do, around the middle part of your feet, shoulder width, okay? Make sure the band is taut. You're going to make a figure of 8 with a band like that. Lock the elbows, and now we're going to do what I call figure of 8 banded crab walks. Now it's important when you step, don't just let the foot collapse in. You want to step and control it. All right, we're going to go for 20 reps. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right, good. One set down. Again, we're going to go for 30 seconds rest before we get stuck into the second set. This is a really great exercise to get stuck into, particularly the glute med, which of course we know is super important for runners, right? A lot of the time when we have niggles or injuries, we get told our glutes are not firing, which I don't like to use that term, because if your glutes weren't firing, you probably wouldn't be standing up. But we just need to make them stronger. Your glutes are probably just a bit weak, okay? So let's get ready for the next set. And we're going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. 2 sets down, 30 seconds rest. Here we go before we move into the next set. So this is the first video I'm kind of doing with, call it a live workout, where I want to stress the importance of strength training for runners. It's super important. If you want to increase your running economy, perform better, stay injury free, you really got to get stuck in with this stuff. It's a non-negotiable. A lot of the time, the first question I ask runners whenever they come to me saying they are injured, I ask them, have you been doing your strength work? And I can tell you what the answer is most of the time. Right, let's get ready for set number 3. 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, that is exercise number 2 done. For our next exercise, we're going to revert back to our kettlebell and do a bilateral movement. Bilateral meaning 2 legs. Okay, we're going to do a goblet squat, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you may be familiar with. Now, important with the goblet squat, there's 2 ways of holding the kettlebell. You can put your thumbs through and hold it like a goblet, which is probably the most correct way, but sometimes I like to hold the kettlebell on the ears. It's just a bit more comfortable for me. So what we're going to do, we're going to do 6 reps, but we're going to control the tempo. So we're going to drop for 2 to 3 seconds, come up nice and quickly, and then continue. Okay, so again, we're only doing about 6 reps. Grab your kettlebells, bring them up, right feet shoulder width, facing slightly outwards, kettlebell at the chest. Let's drop for 1, 2, up. That's 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, up, 3, 1, 2, up, 4, 1, 2, up, 5, and 1, 2, up, 6. Good. I'm sure that is firing your legs up quite nicely. Again, we're keeping moves simple. This is not a very complex workout, something anybody can really do, and requires minimal equipment, which I think is really rad. Resting again, short and sweet, 30 odd seconds, and then we'll get stuck into set number 2. Alrighty, in 5 seconds we go again. Right, kettlebells up, and we drop for 1, 2, up, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, and 1, 2, 6. Good. Relax. 30 seconds on the clock, counting down. Rest period. It'll be interesting to hear what some of your goals are. If you want to leave anything in the comments. These workouts can be for any runner. It doesn't matter if you do trail, tar, track. This will most definitely benefit you, and probably a good place to start. It's not necessary to go absolutely crazy with load or weight yet. Just want to start getting the body moving, feeling where it is in space under resistance or load. Alright, 5 seconds, we do the 3rd and penultimate set of the goblet squats. Alrighty, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Alrighty, fantastic. Now our next exercise, we're going to get stuck into the hamstrings. We're going to be lying on our back, and we're going to be doing what we call single leg hip thrusts. Okay, now I like to add a little bit of a dimension to this. I like to do it on my heel instead of flat footed. That way we're really getting stuck into the proximal part of the hamstring, and I feel that I get a lot more benefit out of the movement doing it that way. Alright, so what we're going to do, you're going to lie on your back. Alright, we'll start with the right leg on the heel, about 45-degree angle at the knee, and then left leg straight out in front of you. When we thrust our hips up, we're going to bring the knee to our chest hands at the side, head back. All right, and we're going to thrust up for 1 and drop, 2, drop, 3, drop, 4, going for 6 reps again, drop, 5, drop, and 6, drop. If you want to feel the difference, you can do it flat-footed. Other leg, 1, drop, 2, and drop, 3, drop, 4, drop, 5, drop, and 6, drop. Phew! I'm actually sweating, and currently in the Spanish winter. Didn't think I'd be getting on a sweat. I've even got a long sweater on. Or maybe it's just because my workouts are really badass, who knows. But as again, I reiterate, these workouts will really do you, or rather put you in good stead to combat injury and to, of course, increase your performance. Right, 10 seconds, and we're going to go into the second set of the single leg hip thrusts. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, you're doing the right leg, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And switch, left leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alrighty. 1 set to go, 30 seconds time before we move on to our next exercise. It will be also interesting to see where all of you are from, so in the comments let us know. Like I said, I'm in Spain at the moment, originally from South Africa, and I am a trail runner. I run for Team Essex and have been with them for the last 10 years, so I'm kind of part of the furniture there now. Right, 3 seconds and we move to our last set. Right leg first in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good, and change for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Right, you should definitely have felt that in your hammies. Okay, next up we're going to stick to a bodyweight exercise. We're going to do what I call a knee up from the ground. Okay, and again, this is really going to get into your glutes, quads, lower limbs, and there's various ways of manipulating this movement to make it more challenging, but we're going to start right at the beginning. Okay, and I'm going to do it side on so that you can see exactly how I'm doing it. So you want to get down on one knee. Okay, we'll start with the right leg up in front first. Left hand out in front of you. Okay, and you're going to kind of do like a running motion. But from here, I'll demonstrate first. You're just going to bring it up, 1, and drop back down. Okay, we're going to do 6 reps each side. All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're going to change left leg, right arm up, and we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, set 1, done. So why we train one leg at a time, especially in the gym, is that running is a one-legged sport. Should be trained as such. At any given point you are striding with one leg, so we should train it in a similar fashion in the gym. It's called unilateral versus bilateral. So unilateral meaning one side, bilateral meaning both sides. Right, we're going to get cracking in another 5 seconds. Alright, let's get down onto our knee. Right leg first. In 3, 2, 1, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And change legs, left leg out in front. And let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good, that's 2 sets down. Let me know how it's going at this point of the workout in the comments again. Want to know how you're feeling, how you're finding it. Your running session shouldn't, your gym session shouldn't steal from your running session. So if you're feeling incredibly fatigued the next day, then you're probably going too hard in the gym. In contrast though, in the beginning of your runner strength journey, you might have a little bit of DOMS, which is a delayed onset of muscle soreness. So in other words, being a bit stiff the next day, but that should subside as your body adapts and as your body gets used to being in the gym. So if you're sore tomorrow, don't stress, it will go away and you're not injured. Alright, final set. Let's get back onto our knee. Right leg first. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good, and we change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Right. So there we have the single leg knee ups done and dusted. We are now going to move on to our next exercise. It's so nice and simple. The kettlebell lateral lunge. This will be our last leg-based exercise for today. And form is very important here because we can get this wrong. Okay, so I will explain. You want to pick up your kettlebell, hold it in the middle between your legs. Okay, we're gonna now, if the kettlebell is in your left hand, we're gonna step out with the right leg squat, left leg stay straight. Okay, I'll demo 1 rep. It's going to be like this. Okay, keep body upright as well, do not bend over. Okay, you ready? In 3, 2, 1, step. 1, return. 2, return. 3, return. 4, we're going for 6 reps. 5 and 6. Right, take a step across, give yourself some room, swap hands, and we're now going to work the left leg. 3, 2, 1, step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Good. Now we'll break for 30. That exercise actually got my breathing rate up a bit. And yeah, I'm looking at making more of these workouts, and they'll obviously progress in nature, get a bit more complex, a bit more difficult. And I'll try and be as educational as I can while I do them. But also, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Happy to answer, happy to help, and also happy to try and get you into your strength training journey. Alright, we're going to go in 5 seconds for the second set. Kettlebell in the left hand, take a step across. In 3, 2, 1, stepping out with the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Change hands, step across, going out with the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Set number 2 done. And if you are wondering, I also have my live strength program, which is 3 months long, 12 weeks, covers all bases and works with the principles of periodization. And program probably costs cheaper than a night out with your mates, and definitely something that will be a really valuable tool in your arsenal of running training. Over and above that, if you also need a running coach, you can check out my website, brendanthecoach.com. All the information is there. I've helped many athletes achieve some of the biggest goals people have set for themselves and compete in some of the biggest races in the world too. So if you are ready to be guided in a correct manner, hit me up, let me know, and let's get chatting. All right, third and final set, kettlebell left hand, step across, right leg's going out, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Switch hands, step across, left leg going out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Right, that leaves our lower limb or leg-based work for today done. Right, that is it for today, folks. I really hope this kind of points you in the right direction and helps you onwards in your journey with regards to strength training for runners. Just remember, this is a beginner's workout, nothing too crazy. And if you are interested to learn more or get the most out of your running, please check out my website, brendanthecoach.com, or get in touch. Bye for now.